We are going through IVF and we don't want kids anymore. Posted by you/impulsive pain pusher. I don't know how we got here. We agreed we would not do IVF, but somehow it felt like the next step, the easy solution. We're both under 30, generally active and healthy. We never thought we would be in the 2% of cases where IVF doesn't work. There is something about having so much time to think about having children. It's strange how other people can decide they want to bring life into the world and simply do it. We have watched our friends and family go through very difficult times with their children and love them with everything in them. They ask us if we want to take them home and, in the same breath, tell us it's the best thing that's ever happened to them. I have always imagined my life full of children, but when I couldn't conceive naturally, I hoped for just one. While I watched people spank, yell at, and harshly discipline their children, people I never would have thought capable of doing those things, I wondered, would I turn into that? A lot of these people are shells of themselves. I have found myself wondering if that's even what I want for me. Thousands of pills, appointments, blood work, hundreds of shots, 2 surgeries, several transfers, dozens of ultrasounds, anticipation, tears, disappointment, thousands of dollars, healthy embryos, acupuncture, periods. It has never worked. And for what? To force life into this world? I have this deep instinct that it's not going to happen. I will never be pregnant. How can I continue to try and feel this at the same time? That's like torturing myself. I have no emotions about it anymore. I'm sure I'll be sad some days, but right now, this decision feels freeing. And I feel guilty. We have frozen embryos. What are we going to do with them? People know, people are praying, people are invested, but I am done. Not in an angry way, I'm done with the game. We are done with the game. The game of the doctors, the game of pretending like this is exciting. I don't want to try so hard for a child who ultimately might not want to be born, just for the sake of ourselves. We might not be able to give them a sibling, which I believe is the greatest gift you can give any human. It feels selfish, it feels wrong. It's ruining me. It's ruining us. What will be, will be. Commenter. In moments of emotional and physical exhaustion, our fears become amplified. You need rest. Take a break, take some time, and gain perspective from a healthy place. Additionally, stop worrying about the opinions and expectations of people outside your marriage. They have no stake in this and no right to influence your decision. I wish you the best of luck. Ops response. Thank you. My thing is, I'm either 100% or 0. The middle ground is what drives me crazy. I cannot continue this if I know I'm not doing everything I possibly can. The what ifs, the curiosity about ovulation, or when my period is coming, does that make sense? I don't even know if it sounds insane. For example, I've switched my cooking utensils and pans, household products, hair products. We use local soap and makeup. I don't wear jewelry, and I stopped dyeing my hair, no perfume. We eat clean and local. I don't wear workout clothes unless they're 100% cotton or linen. I quit vaping, marijuana, and drinking. I work out, hike, kayak, go fishing, and walk every single day. I'm the healthiest I've ever been in my life. I feel good about this, but still, no child. It wasn't for nothing, but it wasn't enough for a pregnancy. I want to go back to a normal view on these things, not an obsession. I want my life back. Commenter. How is having a sibling the greatest gift you can give a person? I wish I had no siblings. It has literally only made my life harder. I'm sorry you're going through this, it sucks. Ops response. Siblings are all I have from narcissistic parents. They are the only people who fully understand the abuse, just my personal opinion. I would feel guilty for not being able to provide a sibling. That's just me. Update 6 months later. Following up 6 months later on our decision to stop fertility treatment due to new thoughts about producing offspring. We both started a new diet and exercise routine, and we both lost 25 pounds. I cut all supplements and medications, got a new therapist, finished many things I had been pushing off, and our business has thrived. Things have been great without this taking up 95% of my mental space. I wavered back and forth for a while on if, and when we would try another embryo transfer, largely because I was trying to heal from the likelihood that it wouldn't happen for us while envisioning a future with just my husband, all while simultaneously listening to everyone in my life calling this a break. It's been confusing, to say the least, especially never knowing why it didn't work. I knew from the beginning that this was not a break. I visited my primary care doctor for a regular checkup, and she encouraged me to see my OB/GYN to explore any possible ideas. I agreed and made an appointment. My OB/GYN suggested exploratory surgery to see what's happening, along with some blood work and other minor treatments. I made it clear that I was not doing this in the hope of conceiving. The blood work came back all normal, for the first time in 5 years. However, the laparoscopy did not. I have stage 3/4 endometriosis. They performed excision surgery, but the endometriosis was covering my entire pelvis, bladder, colon, small bowel, uterus, encasing my fallopian tubes and ovaries. After 2 years of being told, right to my face, that I didn't have endometriosis, this diagnosis was so relieving. I finally have an answer. My doctor gave us a brief description of our options while I was waking up. I've had weeks to think, do I want to go back to treatment? Do I want to try naturally? Do I even want to try at all? Recovery was hard, both mentally and physically. All I could think about was how I have this timeline now before it grows back. And if I don't medicate, it will return even faster. I was having vivid dreams of disaster situations happening, with no one around me believing me, brushing me off. I cannot even begin to describe how difficult this has been to process. It doesn't feel real, the diagnosis, the options. This is not me. It can't be happening to me. My follow-up was today, and they laid out our options: a 2 to 5% chance to conceive naturally every month, or a 50% chance of conceiving with euploid embryos after at least 3 months of suppression, which will practically put me into menopause. It seems like the next step. And here I am again, researching all day, calling clinics to see who will do transfers for the cheapest. What the actual F am I doing? Husband gets home. I tell him everything I've learned. I'm still in the same spot, I don't want to do it. So we're not. I'm sad it has come to this, but truly, I have spent the past 5 months feeling great inside and out. I want to feel this way for as long as I can. Fertility treatment will derail that completely. I don't think the risk is worth the reward. I've learned so much, and it is frightening to possibly go back to the place I was a year ago. I don't think anything can convince me. I'm a different person, and I'm still done. Top commenter. One thing people rarely talk about when it comes to fertility treatments is just how much time and energy they consume. You're juggling multiple fertility clinics, handling the research, pricing, testing, medications, and all the details while also dealing with the constant mental weight of thinking about what you should and shouldn't be doing each day. Then, once you've managed all of that, the real work begins, administering the medications. And did I mention how you might even change your diet, driven by the desperation to make sure everything is perfect? It's overwhelming, time-consuming, stressful, and often downright depressing. Every month, when your period arrives, it's another reminder that you're not pregnant. Meanwhile, those around you who know you're trying might brush it off, but it's a huge deal to you. And, of course, there's always that one friend who seems to get pregnant effortlessly, sometimes even unsure if they want to keep the pregnancy. Each failed attempt takes its toll. It's not just the emotional pain of disappointment, it's also the physical toll. The medications you're taking might cause weight gain and trigger a sort of postpartum-like depression. So now, you're dealing with deep sadness and the crushing reality of not being pregnant. I completely understand why, after all of this, you might not want to go back to trying. It's been over 10 years since we first started, and the only thing that's helped me is focusing on doing my best every day at finding joy in life. 6 years of trying was incredibly tough. I missed out on so much because I was always focused on the next step in the process, missing the chance to enjoy time with friends and live in the moment. Just know you're not alone in this journey.